at one of the holes. Newest hole. There's another hole. That was the first one. She needs some work. We'll get her done. Here's our culprit. Let's see if we can get this back together and get our autopilot back. I don't know what the weight capacity of this bolt is, but the amount of force generated by the autopilot to the rudder to snap this stainless steel bolt is absolutely insane. Good morning from beautiful Bahamas, baby. I am off on the way today. I just closed my hatches up, getting everything on the floor and or put away so it doesn't fall over. It's gonna be very light wind today. I just shook out the reef, the infamous mainsail reef. I got the roller furling, so the whole thing rolls in by hand. It's a pain in the ass, but I just shook it out. That's the first time I've shaken it out in like a week. And yeah, we're getting ready to hoist anchor. Just filled up some oil on the engine to go check it, make sure it's got a good level. Changed GoPro battery, and then we're on the way. Here we go. You know, just a quick little plug while I'm at it. Shout out to Coda Lithium Battery. Let me tell you what, after that 50 hours of a gale, them batteries were sideways, forward, backwards. They didn't budge, so I tied them down well, but let me tell you what, they didn't skip a beat. They were perfect, absolutely perfect. Go find yourself some at CodaLithiumBatteries.com. I don't know the website, but I think that's it. I'm gonna drop the link below and here on the screen. Go check them out. Use my code. Pretty sure you get a discount with that code, but for real, if it wasn't for those batteries, my autopilot and everything else would not be able to run as well as they do. So shout out to Coda. Applause, applause, applause. That engine's off. Full sails are up for the first time in weeks, man, weeks. Autopilot is autopiloting. Really hoping she stays together for the foreseeable future here, because I don't have the money to get a new one. So if you want to help me buy an extra one, here's my Patreon, Venmo, Instagram subscribers, all that to me jazz. Let's take a look up here. I can see the bottom. We are sailing somewhere else. We are under sail. Woo! Look at this water. Look at this. Just look at it. Man, I am way too happy right now. I just heard a voice on the radio. And I haven't realized I haven't heard a voice on the radio in like a week. I just screamed out loud. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Looks like we got some forest fires over here. Oh, that looks burnt up. And you can see the smoke obviously too. So, somebody dropped the mixtape. We're gonna see how well it looks up here in a second when I get there. And if it looks okay to leave at the tide flowing out, I'm gonna leave tonight, and make my journey to Clarence town. One step closer to Puerto Rico. A little friend saying hi to us. Reliance number 2. Safety first, it says on their boat. I like that, safety first. I've got about probably another hour or so before I can kill the engine completely. Once I get to about here, I think I'll be turned enough to be able to do a broad reach until I reach all the way around. Then it'll be a closed tall all the way down. Okay, we got 11:53. We are 160 miles from our first mark, which is about 100 miles or 80 miles from our destination. We are underway with some grilled cheese right now. Look at that tilted gimbal. We love to see it. Look at me, I gotta stand my foot here, so tilted. I'm just gonna do cold soup in a can, premium penne, and hot grilled cheese. I feel like that balances each other out and makes it a hot sandwich and a hot soup. So that's what it's gonna be, and that's what it is. Man, was that close. There is a sailboat behind me right now, directly behind me. I don't know if you see that light. That's a sailboat, and I don't think he saw me, and I didn't see him. So I didn't have my radar on like a dumbass. I just turned it on, and there he is. But well, I'm laying here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm looking at my chart plotter, and it's pretty crazy. Well, pretty crazy to me anyway. But I am above 15,000 feet of water right now. Take a look. Good morning. Well, we survived the night with only 2 almost collisions. Besides that, look at this. Here's a quick little check-in. I'm reading Dub. I'm almost over. He is sailing through the Pacific now, Galapagos to California. And I'm just thinking about when I'll be over there. I am ripping today. I just did 9 knots right there. About 8.5 knots, 9 knots here. 20 knots of wind. 20 knots of wind. It's been consistent. That's what the weather called for. And yeah. It's not uncomfortable either. Very comfortable. Woo! I just put a reef in on the mainsail. This is the first time I did it underway like that. Started pushing 25, 26. and full sail out like that was just not comfortable. So that was a task. And on top of that, we got a new friend who decided to join us on the venture. My first flying fish. This guy will be Hector. Thanks for showing up, Hector. Okay, a little bit sporty. Oh, safety line is not connected. Getting a little bit sporty out here, so I'm my knee's shaking. When my knee starts shaking, that's when it's getting a little heavy. But it's all right. Let me trim the sails up, get some more head sail out, and we'll be cooking again. Golly, did the swell pick up, man. I just got clobbered by a wave. This is probably about 8-footer. That's about a 10. Woo! Ups the daisies. Alright, y'all, it's noon. It's blowing consistent 20 to 25. Been like this for a couple hours now. I got a reefed main, double reefed Genoa, and I'm moving 7 knots. We got about 16 hours till I round San Salvador Island, and then another 8 from there to get to Clarence Town. But yeah, the sea state is very rough, very, very rough. I feel like I'm in a washing machine right now. Well, once that sea state picked up the way it did, it ended up knocking my radar bolts loose. The previous owner only put 2 bolts in to hold the radar onto the deck instead of the 4 that the holes were available, and then it was mounted to the rail. It actually tore part of my rail up from the stern, and it was only being held on by 1 bolt. So you see this picture here, I secured it with a bunch of ropes, and then I had to divert my course, and I ended up going to Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas, which you'll see now. Hoisted the anchor, or we've raised the anchor, hoisted the main, shook it out. I'm gonna go full sail tonight, and what's pretty cool is about to go sail by in a cruise ship. About to sail right by this guy, so I thought that was pretty cool. So we'll get some footage on the way by here. That we will, boys, that we will, and ladies, boys and ladies and boys. Goodbye, Half Moon Cay, or Key, excuse me, Half Moon Cay. See you later. Beautiful water. Thanks for saving me for a couple days. Till next time. Just like that, goodbye Half Moon Cay. There she goes, our friends, Mr. Cruise Ship, adios. And so far so good. 16 knots, broad reach, 6.5, 6.7 knots right now. Looking like we'll arrive in Clarence Town between 7 and 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, where I'll stay for the weekend, do some work online, get some fuel, hopefully some water, get some garbage off the boat, then Turks and Caicos sometime early next week. Now we're going, baby. It is so perfect. It's so calm. sail to date, hands down. It's just, man, I love days like today. Oh, I love days like today. We were eating like kings. I got leftover chili. Just loaded that guy with some cheese. The sun's starting to come down. The water is a beautiful blue. Flowing good 16 to 18. I'm moving at like 6 knots average, which is pretty good. Very, very, very comfortable. Very comfortable out here. Every once in a while we get a little rock like that, but very comfortable. I'm excited for the night. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of Sailing Aphrodite.
Camera, you gotta put in the extra.
Alright, if you're still here, thanks for being here. Love y'all. Leave a comment. I'm currently peeing.